This is Mike Useem. I'm professor of management here at the Wharton School, part of the University of Pennsylvania. I'm with the leadership program, and I work with Wharton Executive Education on programs for managers, mid-career managers from all over the world. Well, the Leadership and Diversity for Innovation program is a new program. It's been developed by Women's World Banking in collaboration with the Wharton School and supported by Credit Suisse. And the basic premise here is to work with 20 financial organizations that serve the underserved around the world on what it takes to make the organization come to life, to get the services delivered, and at the end of the day, close the books in a solvent fashion. And what that comes down to is great management and really good leadership. A fairly distinctive or almost a unique feature of the program is that senior leaders will come themselves, and both Women's World Banking and Wharton Executive Education have worked with that kind of individual many, many times. But on top of that, we're inviting senior people to bring a high potential manager, somebody who's mid-career, mid-rank, but does have the potential, hence the term high potential, to move on and become maybe the leader of the organization, to bring these high potential mid-career people to join them in the program. And I actually happen to think it's a great way to address this issue of what do we need ourselves as senior leaders, and how do we begin to pass on that wisdom, that learning, those principles to the next generation coming through. And probably no better way to do that than to have one of those next generation people there with you for the couple days in New York and in Mumbai to think jointly about what is going to be needed back home, both for senior leadership and for not only the one high potential who will be there, but his or her colleagues back in the home setting. You know, this program is really needed now because large financial institutions, the great banks from New York and London and Tokyo, have long, for 20 years now, had leadership and management development programs. They can afford them, they have them, and they're well developed. For men and women who work in microfinance, no such opportunity. Organizations too small, resources not available, and yet they've got to get the job done just like those who run major city banks in New York and London. And this program is going to fill that gap. It's a huge gap. Those who run these organizations in microfinance, they know they need to know. They just, with their resources, can't provide it themselves. In steps Women's World Banking in collaboration with Credit Suisse and Wharton Executive Education to put together an opportunity for those who want and who need better management, more general management skills, the better ability to lead a workforce, the opportunity to do exactly that.